Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading for November 2025. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 10 of Wands. I feel like you have got, as usual, we see this card a lot with you. You've got a lot on your shoulders right now. I feel like you are an extremely hard worker. I feel like you are someone who really pushes themselves kind of as hard as you can, to the point where you might need to take a break, right? This seems to be a theme every reading now for you. You're going to have to slow down eventually. Okay, so this card is really about understanding what your responsibilities are and realizing that part of your responsibility is to yourself. Okay? So part of this 10 of Wands, you have to make room for yourself in here somewhere. But your plate seems very, very full right now. You might be carrying too much. You might be kind of overworked right now. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. All right, we're going to use the Dove and Serpent spread. We've got the Moon card. We've got the Adjustment card. Very good. And, oh, look, that Empress is there. The Empress is that card of self-care. Yeah. We have the Star, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. I like this because it's progress. It's still, but, it's still a push forward. It's still like everything is moving together forward. But it seems like a little bit more organized. It seems like it's a little bit more, it's becoming something we can maintain. Yeah, I think that's a very good card. We have a 3, look at that, 3 of Cups. We have the Devil card. We have the Strength card. We have the Death card. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on in your life right now, and I think November is going to be a very significant month for you. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card. We have a Knight of Swords that jumped out at us. Have you been getting someone out there's been getting strange messages from a loved one? I feel like there's an older female energy in your life, it's like mom or grandma or great grandma, someone that's transitioned into spirit. I feel like there's a message coming through from that person. Yeah, I feel like either you've been getting some strange synchronicities or some kind of, events, things that have been happening around you lately that have been a little bit weird. I think it's this older female energy that's coming through for you with a message. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well. But here is our mystery card. We're going to set this down right over here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. We're not going to release that Kraken until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. All right, now, let's look around the room. Because we do see a lot of majors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70% major arcana. Okay? We've got fire. We've got water. We don't have any air. Okay? And we've got earth. We got some air here. That the volunteer card happens to be a little bit of air energy with the Knight of Swords. But otherwise, fire and water and the earth cards. Okay, so the 10 of Wands, anyway, is that card of being overworked, being overwhelmed, carrying too much. It's a tired, heavy, burden energy. Okay, you got to be aware of your limits this month. Be very careful that you're not piling too much stuff on your plate. Okay? And I almost feel like this is that female energy coming through. For someone out there, this is literally like mom or grandma that's coming through, maybe recently passed. But I kind of feel like there's that message coming through that's just saying, slow down a little bit. You are bringing too much weight with you from the past. It's kind of like there's this voice that's just saying, let some of it go. Okay? I don't know if that means anything to you specifically. I'm also getting the letter D as someone's name. Yeah. Be aware of your limits, anyways, the idea, right? Don't try to do everything alone. Maybe there was something that happened recently that made you feel like now everything is on your shoulders, that you suddenly have all the responsibility. You might find ways this month to delegate, to simplify, to release some of these sort of extra responsibilities. Okay? It's kind of like saying, don't take on any more work that is not giving you any kind of value back. It's like you're taking on a lot of like unpaid work. Yeah. And I think that you are realizing right now that your time is valuable. And so you don't have to carry everything. You don't have to take on everything that is asked of you or presented in front of you. You can ask for support, even if it's emotional support or even, very practical support. Here, carry some of this for me. Yeah. Let go of things that are draining you. Let go of any kind of weight or obligation or commitment that is draining your inspiration away. Keep the thing that matters. Put more of the energy into the thing that matters. Don't exhaust yourself this month. And don't believe that exhaustion is kind of like what you're supposed to feel. That means you're doing a good job. It doesn't. It doesn't. Relief and clarity are going to come when you set this down. Set it down for the time being and allow yourself a little bit of that rest and self-care. That's going to give you a big click. Once you set something down, you might then kind of realize that I don't want to be carrying it. And so you may not pick it back up again. And that might be kind of the best decision you've ever made, right? Right now, with this moon card, we've got a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of, maybe some difficult emotions that we're dealing with. Yeah. This is a very sensitive and a very dreamy sort of card. I think your intuition is trying to tell you something. Yeah. I feel that there's a big change happening in your life. I think this we see the sun at the bottom of this card. And I think that sun is just about to rise. Okay? Wait for clarity before you make any big decisions. And it could be that there is this burden in your life right now, and you need to kind of slow down and stop for a moment and really ask for that clarity. And say, is this still mine to carry? Do I still want to do this? Is this still something that I should feel responsible for? Okay, are there other things in life that sort of need your attention more than other things? Okay. I feel like your dreams are very significant right now. I feel like there's a lot of messages coming through your dreams. Yeah. Your intuition is very powerful right now. And I feel like it's an emotional thing for you. Like you feel your intuition it's more than like words or like symbols or like repeating numbers. I feel like your intuition comes through your feelings. Okay. Ask for clarity. Pause maybe in life right now and wait for that clarity. Don't make any really huge decisions yet until you feel that clarity come, because the feelings and the burden and the responsibilities, it might be clouding your judgment. Because of course we see that sort of justice card, which is a judgment energy. We see that down here beneath the surface. Okay? And this card is about those big decisions. This card is balance, accountability, truth. Okay, it's you trying to be fair and neutral, and this is you trying to see, like, weigh both sides of an issue. Yeah, wanting closure, even wanting certainty before you have all the information. Yeah. So this is really about bringing your life back into balance. Your sleep, your money, your boundaries, your burdens, your commitments, the weight on your shoulders, the responsibility on your shoulders. You've been having back pain lately, yeah? And I think that's kind of symbolic of, like, feeling as if I feel like you're wearing like a backpack full of bricks right now. Yeah. We need to reevaluate what we're giving our energy to. Like that 10 of Wands, it says you only got 24 hours in a day. You have to allocate each of those hours to something. Some of that has to be yourself, and some of that has to be like basic needs and whatever your other obligations are, your commitments, your responsibilities. But we can't create more hours in a day. Bring your life back into balance, reevaluate budgets, contracts, agreements, any sort of commitment that you've made. And strive for a little bit more fairness in that aspect. Some of you may be in a situation where you feel like you're doing all the work and somebody else isn't pulling their weight. This is that effort, to sort of be honest about that and strive for a little bit of equality or a return to balance. Okay. Fairness matters right now. The clarity here is going to help to restore that balance. Yeah. This is the card of higher wisdom and discernment. You're able to look at everything in your life in real time and say, that is valuable to me, and I'm choosing that. That over here, I don't value that as much. I'm not choosing that right now. Everything from what to eat for breakfast to who to spend your life with or what to spend your life doing. Okay? You have to know who you are and know what you value in life. And then you start making choices based on that value, which means you have to judge things. You're not judging the intrinsic value of anything or anyone, but you are judging its relative value. And this is going to allow you to really see, like, okay, I don't need to be carrying all that weight, all that burden. I don't need that on my plate because I want to focus on this stuff over here. This stuff really matters. And you get to decide that. Nobody should be deciding that for you. And I don't know who that older female is for some of you, if they were someone that maybe tried to tell you what you should value or like what things should be important, and those are the things that you have to commit yourself to. But you get to decide. Okay? You get to decide. We do have this Empress back here. The Empress is a wonderful card for growth, beauty, nourishment, emotional, physical comfort. It's warm, it's generous, it's open-hearted. You have this ability to create harmony and make life feel meaningful. We got to get back to this. We got to get back to, I think that you've strayed too far away from that harmony and that abundance and beauty and the physical, emotional comfort, right? I always look at the Empress as being a combination of the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So we have physical and emotional fulfillment and comfort. We have to go backwards to this because right now we're so far out in the dark, scary forest that we're just kind of like, we're carrying all this weight, all this burden, and we're like, what am I doing out here? Why am I carrying all of this, and where the heck was my house? We got to get back to our home, okay? This is you feeling comfortable and meaningful, and this is you finding yourself again. Do one act of self-nurture every single day. Rest, beauty stuff, nourishment, right? Take the bubble bath, moisturize your skin, whatever you do, right? I like to do all these things. And if we don't focus on that, if we don't make time for that, allocate one of these wands to this, we're going to feel very discombobulated, very disoriented, very out of harmony with life. So do that, okay? Get back to that self-care. It doesn't mean you have to stop doing everything. I'm going to stop going to work. I'm just going to take a bubble bath all day. I mean, that sounds nice. But you still have to fulfill the responsibilities, the things that are meaningful to you and valuable to you. You keep doing those. You get rid of whatever else so that you can have more time for yourself, what matters for you. Spend time with the dog. Play with the kids. You know, do the gardening, the painting, the music. Sit in the bubble bath. Put the moisturizer on. You know, that sort of thing. The gentle nurturing of something is going to allow it to grow and flourish and develop and evolve as it should. Your evolution of you, of your physical form, but also your heart and your mind and your spirit. Okay. I feel like there is, for some of you, a financial thing that if you were to spend more time focusing on it, it could really turn into something good. It really could grow if you just gave it a little bit more love. Whether it's an investment or some kind of a project or just, I don't know, maybe even, you know, allocating some of your money somewhere else is going to allow a little bit more of that growth. Okay, it feels like there's a financial opportunity that we've gotten a little bit far away from because of all of our other responsibilities. Okay. If you're in a relationship right now, give love, give affection, be kind, be present. Connection, right, is the name of the game there, but you've got to be able to give attention to that. And if you can, create something with your hands this month. Food, art, writing, music, gardening. Get your hands involved. Do something. Knead some dough. Or make something out of clay. I don't know. Right? You know, I don't know. Get your hands in there and stir the food up or whatever you can do. Toss the salad, right, with your finger forks. That's going to be a great way to sort of get you back grounded, get you back in your body. Yeah. This isn't about laziness. This isn't about procrastination. This is about self-care. And the thing we need to get back to is peace, pleasure, and emotional fulfillment. You've got a star card up here too. So your life is not without a sense of destiny. This is hope, clarity, and healing. This is soft and steady and uplifting energy. Okay? So by reconnecting with you and your past and who you are and that sort of reestablishing that harmony in yourself. And I think, again, for some of you, that older female energy, mom or grandma coming through, I think reconnecting or kind of feeling that presence in your life is going to help you to trust the future a little bit more. Okay? Letting go of anything, any kind of doubt, any kind of confusion, any kind of darkness or fear that might be overshadowing your progress right now. That clarity is returning. This is a card of gentle care for your body and your spirit, replenishment, and also the consistent efforts moving forward. I think reconnecting with because see, you have the past down over here is great. The future over here is very steady, very harmonious. But right in the middle, we just have this like extremity. It's like this extreme, overweight of something. There's just too much of something here. Okay. Giving way too much attention to some of the wrong things. And I think that moon card is just saying, I don't know if I'm even making I don't even know if I'm walking in the right direction anymore. Okay. So it's like we have to reconnect with our destiny and with our star, our North Star. Yeah. This is inspiration that is flowing through you. Yeah. There's faith, hope, and trust in this spiritual light. Okay? And this is also that divine energy, that hopeful, healing, and clarifying light that's coming in to show you where your blockages are. See, that's what the star card does. If we're open to it, the light of awareness comes in, shows us what we need to look at. Our knots of karma, our buttons, our triggers, our sore spots, our weak spots, our blockages. Shows us things we don't really want to see, but we need to see. Because once we see them, then we can start working on those things, and we see this yellow brick road appear before us. Shows us exactly where we need to go to get to our best life. And in this case, to get back to your best life, right? That Emerald City, that Big Rock Candy Mountain. But also how to get the type of future that we're looking for, how to accomplish our goals. So we need something that's going to reignite our faith and our trust and our belief, in the future. And then we start walking in this direction with the Eight of Pentacles, and things feel a lot easier. Things feel a lot more gentle, consistent. We're starting to see growth over here. It could be that we're putting in 1,000% of effort, but we're not seeing any results. Yeah, because it's not just about like exhausting yourself and burning yourself out and wearing yourself down to the bone. That's not progress. Progress can be gentle, harmonious. Progress can be careful and practical and patient, but attentive and strong, yes. So this is kind of clouding things right now. We need to make some different choices. This is careful effort. It's prudence. It's practical. It's refining. It's patient. It's humble. Your skills are improving. Your finances are improving because there's more holistic energy here. It's more rhythmic, You're not overdoing it. Yeah. You're not trying to break through every moment, and you're not putting in that 1,000% effort. The Ten of Wands is too much intensity. And we've talked about intensity. Intensity is good once in a while, but not every day. You can't push your car to the red line every mile of this journey. You're going to blow the engine up or something, right? Wheels are going to fall off the car. Sometimes intensity is good once in a while, a little burst. But generally, overall, what you want is consistent effort over the course of time. Slow and steady change with periodic bursts of intensity. Basically, what we want is we want a death card, okay, punctuated by occasional tower moments. That's slow and steady change. Sometimes there are abrupt leveling up, abrupt, breakthroughs. But it's just back to steady progress. And this is sort of that card. It's like your skills are improving, the finances, the health, things are more rhythmic. Okay. Schedule your time more. Set it to, the Pomodoro timers, right? You do 25 minutes, timer goes off, you get a 5-minute break, you do whatever you want, scroll your phone. And then back to work, 25 minutes, steady, straight, focused work. Then the timer goes off, 5 more minutes, do whatever you want. Go get some ice cream. You do that a few times, then you get a longer break, right? You know that anyway. Schedule your time. Schedule focused blocks of work and stick to it. And not say, well, I'm right in the middle of something. I'm just going to go for another 18 hours. No. Timer goes off, you go and you rest. You have some popcorn, you watch something on Netflix or something, right? Started watching that show Mobland with Tom Hardy. Just kind of our late night reward, for a hard day's work. And I'm still watching that show Alone too, which I absolutely love that show. I love Alone Australia. Let me know if you ever have seen that. That's such a good show. I like that more than the US version. Or I don't know if it's the Canadian version. Very often they're up in Canada. Anyway, the focused blocks of time, that's part of this. Small investments, steady, careful work, you know. Putting your effort, your time, effort, energy, money, and your space where it really needs to go, where it's really going to pay off in sort of solid gains. The tree needs roots. Yeah. Steady presence is going to really show that you care about stuff. The details of your work matter. The Ten of Wands is saying, I got so much to do, I just need to rush through it and get it done. The Eight of Pentacles is saying, okay, I've sort of readjusted my life, and now I can be more present with the things that really matter. I don't have to rush. Because what is the counterpart of the Eight of Pentacles? Eight of Wands, anxiety, rushing. I do so many things in a day that I'm never fully present in any one of those things. That's not a way to live, though. Showing up, being present, not feeling like I've got to run everywhere I go. I'm always late to everything. And no, it's hard to live that way all the time. Sometimes, yeah, okay, it happens. I feel like this is a month where you reevaluate and you readjust. Okay? But you're going to continue to refine and polish and edit something to continue sort of making it better and better. Keep working on it. Okay? Don't just get things done to get them done. It's not just about, I just got to finish. No, it's just about making sure you do it well, you do it right. Yeah. Long-term success is sort of the objective of this card. Okay. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are totally free. And let me know which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most. All right. And we're going to talk about our Three of Cups, one of the best cards in the entire pack, because this is celebration. This is joy that you're sharing, community and emotional support. This is a cheerful and social and uplifted energy. I feel like you're going to be already feeling so much better this month. This is you. This is your general energy. This is how you feel inside here. You just feel life's good, you know. And I think that this is the result of you getting back to that balance, getting back to that self-care, getting back to the harmony with yourself and the grounded energy. Feeling like you're allowed to slow down a little bit now because you don't have a gazillion things to do every moment. This is your ability to uplift and to be uplifted by others. Okay. This is you getting really in touch with your deeper feelings. That you're not distracting yourself, there's no noise really, that you're able to feel your feelings. Reach out to your friends, reestablish connections, network with people, okay? Sometimes the opportunity that you need comes through someone you know. How many degrees of separation, you know, like whatever is going on in your life. You might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that can help you get your foot in the door. A good time for strengthening romantic or platonic bonds. Good time for laughter. Live, laugh, love is the sort of my phrase for this card. I love this card. This is creation. We're creating a moment together. You know, and I think we really need that. That's the type of creation that you're going to feel more drawn to. Creating a moment, not just getting something done, but making it a moment, you know. It's not about so much what you're doing, but how and why. So the frustration of the Ten of Wands would kind of have us be focused more on outcomes, focus more on the physical details of something, rather than focusing on the experience or the memory that we're making together. See, the threes of the tarot for me always suggest memory. That we're either making a memory, or we're experiencing a memory, or we're haunted by a memory, or we're ready to make a memory. There's the potential for a memory here. There's a potential to make something cool here. And I feel like the Three of Cups is really like focusing on the shared experience and the memory we're making together rather than, oh, this food is terrible, we're eating. Because it's not about the food. It's about who you're with, you know? Anyway, emotional abundance, shared, multiplied, really, really good stuff. And I think that as your general energy is just, it's really superb. You also have this devil in your midst. And the devil is usually a very good card. I like the devil card. We're not afraid of the devil card here. The devil card has light and shadow. It's the engine of the car. And the engine of the car just wants to drive, just wants to feel that power, just wants to be revved up, you know? Doesn't care where you're going as long as the engine is running, okay? In the position of your environment, though, kind of says that there are a lot of temptations out there. There are a lot of things that are trying to pull your energy from you. And a lot of things that this goat might be saying, yeah, let's go over there. Let's climb that mountain. Let's climb that mountain. Let's climb that mountain. Okay. This is maybe, you know, some shadow patterns for you. Yeah. This is you choosing where to drive the car. And make sure that you don't steer the car into any kind of wrong pathways or detours or alleyways. Replace unhealthy habits, you know, with healthier ones. Don't get tempted to go back into that intensity, flooring the car, redlining, Ten of Wands type of energy. Don't get tempted back into that life. Avoid impulsive spending, emotional triggers, and even peer pressure. Now, spending is not just about finances. Spending is your time, effort, energy, and or money. And it's sometimes triggered by our emotions. So there's a connection between these two cards, I think, of kind of, you know, unacknowledged energies or complexes or motivations, right? The devil card is kind of like saying, what are we doing with our life? Okay, why? What's our motivation? What's driving us? What's driving you in your life right now? Okay. And I think that, you know, if you kind of notice what's been driving you, then we bring something to awareness and we have the ability to change it. So look for those kind of unhealthy habits and replace that with a healthier one. And I think that's what we're doing on the path of the dove. And I feel like there are a lot of things around you that are asking or even demanding or expecting your energy. See that 10 of Wands, right? You got 24 hours in a day. There are 50 things in a day that want your attention. You're going to have to judge them and say, this one is a yes, this one is a no. Okay? Freedom for you begins when you can recognize this devil in your surroundings, in your environment. Okay. We have the lust card, or strength, which is kind of it's almost kind of competing with our devil card a little bit. This is courage. This is emotional power. This is discipline. This is an empowered, fiery, awake energy. I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep at the wheel, and you know, the car is kind of driving itself. You know, and I find myself getting entangled in all these things that I don't want to be entangled in. This is me saying, no, I'm behind the wheel. I'm awake. You're owning your desires, you see, and you're directing your passion where they need to go, not just blind, you know, temptation, indulgence, and being seduced by all the things out there in life, and before we know it, we're overburdened with all these things we've said yes to. I really ultimately, I don't want all those things. What was I doing? I was asleep at the wheel, you know. But the lust card's different. The lust card is the ability to direct those passions toward constructive, healthy things, because we are making that conscious, higher wisdom and discernment choice. Okay. Release your energy through intentional movement, creative expression, even using your voice, primal screaming. Singing in the shower, singing in the car, right, is the best thing. For me, singing in the car is so much fun. I used to sing in the car so much that I just remember people driving next to me or you know, at a stoplight or something would just look over with such a weird look on their face because I was just like belting out the songs in the car, and I didn't care. I don't have a great singing voice. But it really is something powerful there's such a relief and a release of tension through that. You should try it. But through any kind of movement, yeah. And this is you investing your energy into things that feel aligned with you. Not where you feel seduced, tempted, obligated. But investing your energy, it's not like you're trying to just like do nothing. Again, you're not going to just stop going to work and just sit in the bubble bath all day. Because that'd be a little bit too much, right? A little devil energy. But you're directing all of this force and fire of which you're capable to things that matter, to things that are aligned with you. You're brave. You have an ability to really like state what your needs are in life. You know, so you're speaking up for yourself. You're advocating for yourself. You're not apologizing for who you are. You're saying, look, I value this, I don't value that. If you don't like it, there's the door. Whether we're talking relationships, you know, friendships, family stuff, or just with yourself and with the obligations. I don't value these certain things. I'm not going to continue to put my effort into them, my time into them. It's a great month for you getting in touch with your creative side, painting, writing, dancing, sculpting. Okay? You get your whole body into it. Yeah. Don't be impulsive, don't get frustrated, control your fingers, control your fingers, control your feelings. Okay? Control your reactions. It's a very, very powerful energy. And finally, we have the Death card. Release, change, long-term growth, and evolution. It's a transformative card, for sure. And this is that slow, steady progress. And that's kind of what we're looking for right now. It's not about intensity. I got to hurry up and get things done. No, it's just about, you know what? I just need to keep this going for as long as I can. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay. And I think that for a lot of you, this is the ending of that chapter of 10 of Wands, way too much obligation, responsibility. We're saying, okay, I'm done with that chapter now. You're letting go of something, clearing your space, donating things you don't need anymore, deleting things you don't need anymore, unsubscribing from things you don't need anymore. This is the energy of like clearing out your feed. Go through your Facebook, all those people that you don't want to see their stuff anymore. Unfollow, 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 block, 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 unfollow, unfollow, and unsubscribe. You know, of course, not to this channel, of course, but to clear that stuff out because your energy is shifting now. Stop pouring energy into things that aren't growing, that are just making you sore, that are draining your energy but aren't leading to any kind of long-term stability or fulfillment or anything like that. Financially, stop putting your money into things that aren't growing. Every dollar you spend should be an investment. Even the bowl of ice cream, it's an investment. As long as you can say it's an investment, go ahead and spend away, you know. Identify those things where that's not an investment in anything. That was just a way. I might as well just burn the money, you know. The ice cream is an investment, right? Because it brings you back here to that harmony and self-care and that comfort and that good feeling. But you got to be careful of the devil, because then we're eating ice cream every day, and then was that become emotional eating, right? So we got to be careful. The end of a cycle. Yeah. We're choosing differently now. The adjustment card, making different choices. We're moving forward. There is a lighter, a renewed, a more authentic life that you're evolving into, and I love this. Let's look at the mystery card. I want another Empress. That's what I want. We didn't talk about the Knight of Swords, though, did we? I feel like this is a message that's coming in. I feel like this whole reading is a message from, it feels like an older female for a lot of you, maybe for specific people. It's like mom or grandma, someone that transitioned to spirit recently. It feels like it could be an ancestor energy coming in for some people. And it feels like this is, it feels like it's kind of urgent. It feels like there's some entity in your life that's saying it's time to change direction. It's time for a bit of a breakthrough even. It's time to get out from underneath all of that weight. Yeah. It's time for new decisions. Now, I do want to point out that both of these cards are Libra power cards. Maybe this older female was a Libra. For some of you, the name starts with D. It's Donna, Diane, something like that. And maybe they're a Libra. Maybe they're trying to tell you that, hey, you need to make some better choices in life. Yeah. Because maybe it's saying that, hey, you need to get some clarity on some stuff. Because there are different things for you to do. You need to channel your energy into different things. And I'm getting this sort of urgent, like, act quickly. Maybe you're starting to realize that you're getting really close to like running out of gas. And this energy is coming in with a very urgent message that's saying, I got to tell you what's coming. Burnout is like right around the corner. You got to make some other choices. Okay. Mystery card, here we go. Yeah. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is you losing some sleep at night. Yeah. Anxiety, a mental loop, nighttime worry, not getting enough sleep. Why? Because you're overwhelmed. You would think that if you worked this hard every day that you would sleep like the dead, right? No. No, you don't, because it carries over into the nighttime. And even if you do sleep, while you're sleeping, you're still worrying and stressing, and you're still working even while you're asleep. Maybe you're dreaming about some sort of, some aspect of that work. Maybe your body is still feeling like it's doing the motions, like, you're a carpenter. So even when you're asleep, you're still like hammering away at the nails. That sort of thing. It's not restful sleep. It's not restful sleep. You need healing, you need compassion, you need renewal. Okay, try a nighttime ritual. Dim the lights, have a little warm drink, non-caffeinated, turn the screens off. You can leave Dove and Serpent Tarot playing on audio, okay? De-stress. Use the grounding rituals and routines. We talked a little bit about those. Talk to somebody. Do something soothing to your soul. Don't think that you have to handle everything alone. So we need this kind of clarity right now, because between this and the 10 and that moon card, we got to do something. Okay? This energy is changing, and I think we see that this is the celebration energy is coming. You got to make some different decisions, and you're going to start feeling a lot better. You're going to have more time to celebrate, more reasons to celebrate. You're going to sleep like the dead. I used to say sleep like a baby. Then someone says, wow, babies are up every 2 hours. No, then let's not do that. Yeah, let's get very deep and restful sleep. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. We'll clarify love and money. We'll do the yes/no coin. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Sagittarius. Tuesdays and Fridays, be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.